Alright guys, welcome back. Let's do some post-game side quests. What's up here?
Reckon my steel's just as good as any.
Tonberry knife, 700. Stun, damn. Tide strike, Everdark, Ice brand.
Will that do ya? Better than you.
Elydium Restless. Aqueous Membrane. Wait, did this have no. Elydium.
Will that do ya? Better than you.
Elydium Belt.
Till next time, then.
Alright, so, yeah. Also, I remember I guess I wrapped it up in the last part, technically, but I didn't give my conclusion, my thoughts of the DLC, so I'll do that once we complete all of this.
I think I might have found a way to break Talor's curse.
Go on.
I just completely forgot at the end,
Well,
because I knew I was going to record this, so I was like, after I ended it, I was like, oh shit, I didn't give my thoughts for those who
I learned
finished,
that not
stopped
all
watching,
Tombries
you
are
know,
the same little green menaces we know
the main
and
story
loathe.
stuff.
Apparently, a chosen few live to incredible ages and grow to many times the size of their counterparts. The folk tales hold that it's the very eldest of these, the Tombury kings, who weave the curses, and that their magics bind their victims to them, that they might continue to feed on their pain.
So if we slay the one that cast the curse, the feeding will cease.
So you
That
gotta
was
fight
my
a
thinking,
Tonberry
yes.
King.
Though I doubt it'll be easy. These kings are not just bigger, they're stronger too. And if the tales are true, their followers will defend them to the death.
Guessing we'll have
It's a
to fight some
perilous
Master
proposition, in
Tonberries.
short, but it may also be Talor's only
That's
hope.
gonna be toxic.
What say you?
I'll do it. Even if killing this king doesn't break the curse, Mysidia will be a safer place for its removal.
Thank you.
So then, where will I find it?
That, alas, I do not know. It must have woven the curse at the altar in Father's Fell, but as to where it is now...
Fanet, you were the one asking about Tonberries, right? Because there's a whole bloody army of them out on the cloak.
What? But why would they stray so far? And why now?
There's only one way to find out. I'll head up the mountain and see what's going on.
Right. Thank you. And please, be careful.
And we'll have to charge you.
40,000. I think this might be the boss. I would really like this one. I think this is the Leviathan boss theme cascade. I would assume so, because it got added after we defeated Leviathan. That, if it is, yo, that soundtrack was amazing.
I'll be here.
I'm just gonna collect all the
Hey,
quests.
mister! Over here! Please, mister, you've got to help us. The village is in danger, and if someone doesn't do something... you should have seen it!
Stop. Take a deep breath and tell me everything. Starting with your name.
Sorry, my name's Eirik. When you went up to the Erevalvers with Miss Shula, I followed you.
You could have been killed.
Lady Shula told us you lot were great warriors, so I thought I'd be alright if I stayed close like. But then I lost track of you in the woods, and that's when I saw it.
Saw what?
A great, big, dripping, drooling monster. Spitting out great spouts of water it was, that were tearing up the ground and cutting down trees.
Spouts of water. I don't recall saying anything like that in the forest.
Well, I
Either it's
did.
a flannel
and I
or a
won't ever want
Marlboro.
to see it again. You'll get rid of it, won't you?
Probably a flannel. We've seen a couple in there.
All right.
We killed like 2.
If this creature is as terrible as you claim, it could well pose a threat to the village. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, mister. It was over by the Swift one that I saw it. Maybe it's still there.
Then that's where I'll start my search. But this time, you're going to stay here. Understood?
I wouldn't go through those gates for 1,000 gil. Not with that thing out there. Good luck, though.
I heard the tributary can fell an ibex from 100.
And then I dreamed. I thought...
My lord, might I have a moment of your time? I would beg of you a service.
Certainly. What is it?
It's a long story. But before we get to that, would I be right in thinking Lady Shula told you about the witch from the north?
Yes. She said that your ancestors found her here, and that it was she who taught them the spell to stop time. She was like Walius, you know. A dominant. The Warden of Ice.
My great-grandmother suspected as much. She cared for the poor woman when the end was near. And it was she whose duty it became to attend her grave. A duty that was passed down to me.
I see. And the service you would beg of me?
Well, until recently, the path to the grave had long been blocked by a fallen tree. But when our woodsmen finally found time to move it, we quickly realized it might have been better had they not. On trying to clear the rest of the path, you see, we discovered that a flock of bloodthirsty beasts had claimed the cliffs beyond. None of us was a match for them. But you, my lord, have proven your strength many times over. Would you drive them away for us?
Of course. I'll see the path is made safe.
Thank you, my lord. The grave is in a place called Witch Drop. To reach it, one must turn left at the Winged Wains, then follow the path around to the right, deep into the forest.
Why so far from Haven?
It was where she lived. When our ancestors first came to Mysidia, they found her there, in an old abandoned village, and it was her heartfelt wish to return there in death. So when she passed away, my great-grandmother had a stone erected for her on the cliffs overlooking the place she once called home.
How thoughtful. Well then, no time like the present. Left at the ships, then round to the right, you said.
Just so. Thank you once again, my lord. I will join you at the grave anon.
You wouldn't happen to have some time on your hands, would you, Clive? Only I was wondering if you might help me with something else.
Don't tell me. Another unruly dominant.
Not quite, but a dangerous foe nonetheless. It promises to be quite a hunt. Care to join me?
All right. Tell me about our quarry.
A fiendish, cold-blooded beast known as a Givra. Normally, we leave such animals well alone,
Givra?
and for good reason. But I have an even better reason to want its tongue.
Its tongue.
If you'll permit me, tributary, I can explain.
Certainly, Yamila.
It's been over a week since me sister gave birth to her first child, yet she still isn't back on her feet. We've tried everything to restore her spirits. Physics and nostrums, the laying on of hands, and...
Oops.
of leeches.
I was
but
just trying to
all
open my
to
drink and my
no
controller
avail.
almost fell.
The healers tell me there's only one hope left. A broth as potent as its ingredients are perilous to procure.
It isn't only Yamila's sister who stands to benefit from this, by the way. There's her baby to think of. And Walias, too. She'd agreed to be his wet nurse, you see.
I'd be glad to help.
Thank you. Our hunters have no shortage of skill, but this task calls for more than that. And it won't be achieved through weight of numbers either. The Givra is as wary a foe as it is a deadly one. 2 hunters might catch it unawares, but any more than that, and it would pick up our scent a league away.
Then it is decided. The 2 of you will go, while Jill and I occupy ourselves here.
Perhaps we might help prepare the broth.
That would be most kind of you.
Come then, Clive. The river of time flows fast, and so must we. There's a Givra that has claimed the ruins at the foot of the mountain as its hunting ground. But as I say, they are wary creatures. We'll need suitable bait to draw it out. The flesh of a forest ibex should suffice.
To the forest, then.
There's nothing a Givra loves more than a fat haunch of ibex.
There speaks the voice of experience. Do you hunt often?
Since I was a girl, my father would take me. Then after he returned to the sea, Yamila's father. Our families have always been close. Even if her sister wasn't Walias's wet nurse, I couldn't stand by and watch her suffer.
Found her. They're almost at the gate. But they won't be coming any closer. That should buy Haven some time, at least.
Clive, are you all right?
Fine. We've taken care of the immediate threat.
Thank the tides. I was worried I was going to lose you both. Till he took a sudden turn for the worse just after you left.
What? Is he?
No, he's hanging on. I fear the Tombury King may have begun the cursing ritual again. In earnest this time. And I can't imagine their being here as a coincidence. I think it might be happening on this very mountain.
If it is, it won't be for long. Get back to Talor. I'm going up.
My thanks. I shall pray for both of you.
More of them. Come on then. I crave an audience with your king. It's over.
Weapons out.
You're finished. Another group. They don't look very regal. You're all ready.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I just realized that. I didn't realize it when I was using earlier.
The king. Could Fanit have been wrong?
The lightning rod actually fills Xantasuken. Like, I thought it was just doing more stun damage. I wasn't realizing it was also filling the meter.
There's dozens of them.
Oh shit.
The king must be close.
Well, that's a
We'll
new
have to
strat.
take care of his followers first. Now that's a lot of Tombres. Looks like that's the last of them.
I'm gonna go fight the king.
Out here, anyway. But beastmen do like dark places. Well, I'll be damned.
Well, look at this big bitch.
Crown. Sorry, Your Majesty, but your reign ends here.
Okay, I can explain what just happened. I pressed, for some reason, deep down inside of me, some instinctual button press just came out of me where I hit circle to try and dodge. Like I couldn't control it. It just happened. I pressed circle instead of R1. All that circle spamming in Elden Ring. Something that was lurking beneath me just awakened. You bastard. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Kinda just wasted that. Again, that was like instinct. That big bitch. Hit me with a Getsuga Tensho. Sheesh.
It's done. Which means the curse should be broken. Let's see how Talor's doing.
Alright. Alright, we saved the old dude.
Is it done then?
It is. I was going to ask if there had been any change in Talor's condition, but judging by that smile on your face, I think I already know the answer.
You do? Talor! He's back!
Thank you, my lord. I can never repay you for everything you've done for me. I owe you my life.
I'm just glad the
That
curse is
voice
lifted.
does not fit that old man.
There
What
is
the hell?
one thing I'd like to know, though. If you don't mind my asking. What made you seek the Tombury's help in the first place?
Oh,
Some petty shit?
that. Well, you deserve to know. It was years ago now, back in my trading days. The Sons of Greek arrested me in Oriflamme, chained me up in a lightless cell with a great sword hung over my head, ready to fall if I didn't confess. Though they never said to what. I didn't, of course. So eventually they just let me go.
Oh, okay. Not really petty shit.
And I
They
never
fucking
told a
tortured
soul.
him.
Tried to forget it ever happened. But then you came along and the
Some
sight of
war
your soul
crime
brought
shit.
it all flooding back. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't hardly breathe, and I thought that if I gave my old chain to the Tomburys, maybe they could take all that pain away. All that anger. But it only made it worse.
Oriflamme has fallen. And the men who tortured you likely fell with it.
If only I'd known, I might have spared everyone a lot of trouble. I'd convinced myself that you were like them, that all outsiders were the same, but you're not. Far from it. Thank you, son. Thank you.
Clive, there's something I need to tell you. After we parted ways on the path to the cloak, I went straight back to Talor and explained to him what you were doing on his behalf. And just like that, his pain began to fade.
What do you mean? Just like that? The Tombury King would have still been alive. I had to contend with dozens of his minions before I found him.
Then, perhaps one of them warned him of your coming and he broke off his ritual. Or, perhaps, knowing that an outsider was fighting for him was what lifted the weight from Talor's heart. I know, from experience, that many illnesses are not wholly physical, but of the spirit, at least in part.
Was there ever really a curse then? Or was Talor simply suffering from the pain of his memories? And the guilt of what he'd done? For all the difference it makes. I suppose we'll never know.
Maybe not. But this much I do know. It was your strength and your selflessness that healed his heart in the end.
I'll be sure to tell my healer friend when I get home.
Gotta work out them. Still have an inaccessible spot. Maybe after we complete, or one of them might take us here. We'll fast travel here since it's closer to all three quests.
Is that A hunter.
It's you. Nasef's savior.
Are you all right? What happened?
I was tracking an ibex when a great spout of water struck me square in the back. Sent me flying all the way across the clearing.
Did you see what made it?
No. All I heard was a noise. An ear-splitting din.
Oh, it was an adamantoise?
Might this be the culprit? Leave him to us. You've caused enough trouble.
Waiting for him to charge it. Surely that can't be it.
Well, that wasn't too bad. Hardly a threat to the village, but you can't blame the boy for being scared.
You made that look a lot easier than it was.
Do you think that was the beast which attacked you?
That thing? Not a chance. Would have heard it coming a league away. And the blast of water that hit me was beyond anything an Archelon can manage.
Oh.
There we go.
A boy from the village sent me in search of a beast that could conjure such things, but...
That's it. That's the noise I heard. Sounded like it came from the ruins.
I'll go. You head back to Haven and see a healer.
Better already.
What are those crabs doing?
What do we have here?
They're dead. That's what they're doing. They got smoked. By what though? Oh, look, and another adamantoid's got
Something's been
smoked.
busy.
Something's been whooping ass.
Whatever this creature is, it's out for blood. But it's not having ours. Stay close, Torgal. Where are you?
Oh. It's another one of these. Gallows.
Another fragment of Wallius's rage. I should have known. Time to put you to bed too. Nice try. That's better.
I was about to say, if it had jumped away, I would have been so mad.
Nice try. Come on.
Farewell.
We did it.
Fingers crossed that's the last of them. Either way, I should let Eirik know the danger is past. For now, at least.
Saw a staircase in the back there. Just checking these corners. Never came here.
Those won't be friendly.
Ah. Okay, we found the Leviathan one. Alright, cool. Well, you know what? Let's do this while we're here.
Finished. It's over.
Oh, they all tsunami. Yeah, damn. That is nice. Yo, this flannel is annoying. We have no problem with time, though. Say that. Look at that time. Holy shit. Just gotta try not to get hit. I guarantee you, the final boss is probably gonna be another one of those Thalos things. Oh no, I was hella wrong. Oh my god. It shouldn't be too bad. We got this. We just gotta try not to get hit. And this has a freaking nuke. Oh, they gave us a stupid turret. Oh, I forgot about that. It's been so long since I fought one of these. And I dodged right into it. Holy shit. Woo. That's kind of close. Favor increase tsunami damage by 7%. Tsunami, that all is really good actually. I like it. I also like the other move. I forgot what it's called, but that one's really good too when you let it stack up. It's just like a rapid turret. So much better than I think the regular shirt. Although that does have a lot of really good stun damage. They're both good. I just prefer the one with the meter build-up. Okay, you can climb up. Anyways, I guess we'll try it back here. And go do the other quests, and we'll turn them in once we're finished. Actually, no, let's go back, because I gotta restock on potions. A lot of tough fights so far.
That's him. The one who saved. This is all we have.
I could purchase this. Let's focus on potions and stuff first.
May it serve you well. Here you are.
Let's just grab it.
Well, if you're sure you need it.
Alright, we might as well turn this into the kid.
How many times do we have to tell you?
Damn, he's getting his air chewed out.
So? Did you find the fiend that attacked me and young Eirik here?
I did. It won't be troubling you anymore.
Yes! I knew you'd get it.
Only because you warned me of its existence. Not that you should ever have learned of its existence, but all's well that ends well, I suppose.
What was it anyway?
A manifestation of Leviathan's power. When we visited Wallius in the Surge, he was angry and afraid. The Icon summoned these creatures for his protection. Though why one would be wandering the ruins of Riversmeet, I don't know.
Maybe it was looking for his mum. That's where she died, isn't it? The Falls.
The Falls?
Aye. When they took her baby, she threw herself off the top.
Oh,
We go there once a year to
Damn.
pay our respects. The whole village.
An Eggy is a part of its master's spirit, but Wallius wouldn't have been aware of what had happened to his mother, would he?
Well, either way, you did us a favor putting that thing to rest. Us
Their
and
ancestors did
Wallius.
a real terrible deed.
Thank you.
Snatch the baby
Aye.
away from its mother
Thanks, mister.
and try to use the baby as a pawn for their gain. Robbed him of his future. And she committed suicide. That is sad, dude. Can you craft anything? Can you craft any of those legendary pieces?
Reckon my steel's just as good as any.
Oops. Oh no, we need Palladium. Palladium.
A good tide to you.
Maybe we'll get it from one of these.
Let's go. This should be the path to Witchdrop. Hungry, Torgal? Time to fight. Here's our welcoming party.
shit, a griffin.
Looks like that's the last of them. Now, where's the grave? That's better. This must be it.
My lord, thank you for making the path safe again.
Izay. Was that her name?
Yes. Hardly the most fitting tribute for a dominant, is it? A rough-hewn stone with naught but a given name engraved on it. But my ancestors had only been here a matter of weeks when she passed. Every day was a struggle to survive. They had neither the time nor the energy to devote to a more elaborate memorial. Yet they spared what they could to grant her wish, that even in death she might continue to watch over her home.
She lived down there then? In the ruins?
That's right. They were once the living quarters for those who served up in the temple. When the Northern Thanes sent her here to weave her spell, this was where she and her retinue stayed. There were priests, handmaidens, and a knight sworn to shield her from harm. Of course, they were all gone by the time my ancestors arrived, fled or dead in the Western Wars.
All except Izay, who remained till the end. Alone.
Indeed. At least, that is the story as it's been handed down in Haven. But there is an epilogue to the tale. One known only to Lady Shula and myself. Some years after Issei's passing, you see, my grandmother came here to tend the grave, and found a stranger kneeling before it. A knight, dressed head to toe in plate. She asked of him who he was and whence he had come, but received no answer. The only words he spoke were, "Tell me true, whose grave is this?" So she told him of how her people had met and cared for Issei, and how she had died. His only reaction was to stare up at the air of hours in silence. Then he left, never to be seen again.
You said he was wearing plate. Was it black and gold?
Do you know something of him?
When we went up to the Air of Hours to unravel the spell, we were set upon by a shade in the shape of a knight in full plate. It manifested in front of the Vare, and in its ether, I felt Shiva, the witch.
You think this may have been the same man my great-grandmother met? Issei's knight?
I don't know. Maybe. All I can say for sure is it was intent on protecting her creation.
Or perhaps her spirit? What remained of her ether, preserved in the Vare? Perhaps his spirit too became enraveled in her spell, frozen in an eternal vigil.
Till we ended it.
If the shade you fought was Issei's knight, then ending it was the greatest gift you could have given him. Now he can return to the sea, to be with his lady once more. And if his spirit should ever return here to visit her grave, I shall ask his name, that I might carve it in the stone next to hers.
That they might be together. Once and for all.
Where was he when she needed him, though? That's my thing. Like, why wasn't he there protecting her prior to when they found her?
Come on.
These will do nicely.
Thanks, Gal.
Farewell.
Return to the sea, and to the clouds rise again.
Alright. Will this quest take us to that last locked off area?
We have our bait then. What next?
Next, we pay a visit to the Dark Gate to pick some local weed. It'll help disguise our scent. There should be a sprig or two of local weed growing somewhere around here. Look for the golden leaves.
Is this it?
Aye, that's the stuff. Crush the leaves between your fingertips and rub them on your clothes.
If you insist.
could have warned me about the smell.
Like corruption, isn't it? We'll have an honor guard of flies before long. But it'll stop the Givra from noticing us. Its nose will tell it we're nothing but a feast for worms.
Oh, I feel so much better.
We can wash it off afterwards. If there's one good thing about the Givra choosing the ruins for its hunting ground, it's that there's plenty of fresh water nearby.
Okay, it doesn't seem like we're actually going there. I also looked it up.
Where should we lay
Doing
the
this DLC does not change
Givras are creatures
the
of
ending.
habit. Look for some sign of its passing. It's sure to return to the same place sooner or later.
It makes sense though. They kind of addressed it in the last
territory.
Part.
Something was.
Leviathan is only
Curl,
like
maybe.
surplus to Ultima, so not really needed. Would have been nice though.
All right. Tracks. But I assume they're too small to belong to a Givra.
You're right. They're barely big enough to belong to a Givra's breakfast.
A fresh kill.
But not a Givra's. The wounds are too clean, too small.
These look like a predator's tracks. You can clearly make out the claws.
And not just any claws. These belong to a Givra. There's no mistaking them. We'll lay the bait here.
Let's hope our friend is hungry. Still no sign.
Patience, Clive. Hunting's not something you can rush.
Have you stalked these beasts before?
Once. Givras are fast, so the job called for a bearer. But even with my knack, it was a close-run thing.
Not many leaders would take such risks for their people.
Says the man who battled an icon to save a boy he barely knew. It is the way of the moats of water to use what gifts we've been given for the good of all. And I gather it's your way too.
It was Sid, the man whose name I bear. He fought for his people and their future with every fiber of his being. I'm just following in his footsteps. In many ways, you remind me of him.
Me? You're confusing daring with desperation. Quiet. Something's coming.
Oh, it's a wyvern.
Our guest has finally arrived.
Shall we greet him?
It'd be rude not to.
Maybe unlock one more quest for that other area then.
Don't let it escape.
Okay. I hope that's not it.
You weren't exaggerating when you said they were dangerous.
But it wasn't.
They're forces of nature, all right. And with this one's passing, the river of life has calmed. O roaring torrent, son of storms, may your spirit run free in the open ocean. This flesh I claim, that your gifts might rain down upon us this day, and our river flow in spate once more. Well then, let's return to the village. We must get this tongue to Ymilla before it spoils.
Tributary, my lord. Did all proceed as planned?
It did. Here. One Geaver tongue, as promised.
Oh, thank you. I shall add it to the broth at once. By your leave, tributary.
If there is anything else that we can do to help, you need only ask.
No, no. You've already done more for my family than I can ever repay.
Just as you have, Clive, for my family. I only regret that I have nothing to offer you in return but my gratitude.
It's more than enough. Besides, I'm no less grateful to you.
For what?
For welcoming my friends and I into your midst. For showing us how your people live. For reminding me that the world we strive to create, where bearers can live alongside their fellow men in peace and comfort, is no mere fantasy.
I'd hardly call it comfort. Every day is a struggle. Though we do at least struggle together, it's true.
As must we all. I only ask that you remember the cost of using your gifts as a bearer. I know that you feel it's your duty to do whatever you can to help your people. But you have a child to think about now. And Wallis has lost enough.
I shall bear that in mind.
That's all I ask. Oh, and if there is anything else that we can do to help, well, you know.
Thank you. Truly.
Reflection of Darkness, Arm of Darkness. Enhances Odin's iconic feat. Arm of Darkness increases Xantasuken's area of effect while allowing for execution of the ability at any time regardless of recovery status. At any time regardless of recovery. So like even if you're knocked back? Yo. Alright, we do have one more quest. Perfect.
It is good to have him back.
No, it has to be him.
What has to be who? If you, don't mind my asking.
It's not your asking, I mind. It's my explaining. But I don't see any other way around it. You see, when a baby is born here, we hold a ceremony to welcome them. The rite of immersion, we call it. But I don't know whether Wallius was ever afforded that courtesy. What is abundantly clear, though, is that my ancestors never welcomed him as one of us. And I want to change that. The problem is, the ceremony requires 3 ministrators, the baby's parents and a witness. As tributary, the role of witness would normally fall to me, but being Wallius's closest living relative, I must play the role of mother.
So you want me to serve as witness in your stead?
That's right. A witness must be a trusty guardian, ready to steer the child through the stormy waters of life and on to tranquility, which is why I thought of you.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, Clive.
So, if you will serve as mother and I as witness, who will take on the father's role?
I have a younger brother. He should be making ready for the rite as we speak, though whether he is or not. Let me introduce you.
Please do. If he's anything like his sister, I'm sure we'll get on famously.
I'll bid him come to the Witten Hall. Will you wait for us there?
Gladly.
Clive, my brother.
If it isn't my old mate Sid!
You?
So you do remember me, even stripped of my cunning disguise? I'm touched.
You two know each other.
My friends and I crossed paths with your brother on our hunt for the dusk crystals, during which we saved his life. 3 times.
Who would have thought?
3, 4, who's counting? All I know is when Shula mentioned she'd called in Sid the Outlaw to help young Walyas, I could be sure that the little rascal was in safe hands. I mean, having seen you in action back at the tower, I know exactly what you're capable of.
So the mercenary you met in the Sage Spire, that was Clive. And he saved your life? That's a rather different story from the one you told me. And a far likelier one at that. It would appear my family owe you twice over. Whether they admit it or not. Honestly, Fammy, would it kill you to tell the truth once in a while?
What? I said sorry, didn't I? How about we save the, recriminations until after the ceremony, eh?
Speaking of which, what does this ceremony involve exactly?
It's simple, really. We each say a short prayer and anoint the child's head with holy water.
Nothing too onerous, then.
Not about the rite itself, no. But it does call for some preparation. One of the witness's responsibilities is to collect the holy water, you see. 3 phials for the 3 ministrators, each taken from a particular place. Don't worry, though. It's not as if you have to go alone. I can show you the way.
I'd appreciate that.
Famiel, you stay here and ready the Witten Hall.
Leave it to me.
If there's anything Jill and I can do to assist you.
We'd be glad to help.
Thank you both. All right then, let's get started, shall we? There are 3 types of holy water that we must collect. The water of the mountain, of the river, and of the sea. We take the water of the mountain from the spring atop Maiden's March. The water of the river from the course that flows through the ruins of Riversmeet. And the water of the sea from the shallows of Tailwind Bay. Here are the phials we'll be using in the ceremony. I'm ready to leave whenever you are.
Faster! Stay back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble. Come on.
Is that her brother? Oh no. Oh, we already fought this thing. We gotta fight him again? Okay.
Help! Help? What help? Nobody's coming to... Help?
We're here to help.
Keep its attention on us.
No good.
on!
Is anyone hurt?
Oh, Sid! Thank all the clouds in the heavens you came. You saved us. Again!
Would you two care to explain what you're doing up here?
The chief sent us to fetch incense for the ceremony. So the Witten Hall smells nice. For the little Ben.
You mean to tell me you braved this den of deadly beasts for some tree sap?
You don't have to do everything he says, you know.
Or if you must, at least have the good sense to ask one of our hunters to accompany you.
We're sorry.
It's fine. Just go back to the village before you get yourselves into any more trouble.
Right you are. Oh, and thanks and that.
Remind me to give my brother a cuff round the ear when we get back. Right then. Let's collect this water, shall we?
Almost forgot. Almost ran away.
The rain that falls on the mountain emerges here in these springs.
The source of the river. The source of life.
Precisely. Take care not to spill it.
Right. Let's save that for the ceremony.
We can collect the water of the river from here.
All right.
Wait, there's a I didn't see that before. It's a chest. Reflection of light should be for Muhammad. Speed at which Mega Flare dodge fills and extending the input window for a Mega Flare dodge. Nice, that's perfect. These are some great accessories to have. They'll definitely make when going through Final Fantasy mode a lot nicer. I think we have one for all of them so far, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we do. Alright, cool. Oh, right past the water thing. Can't believe I missed that earlier. Definitely when I do Final Fantasy mode, I think I'll put on Odin's reflection.
The water of the river represents life. It is constantly moving, constantly changing. And though its course may twist and turn or branch into 1,000 separate streams, it always flows in the same direction, from source to sea, beginning to end.
Like time. What of Wallius, then? When your ancestors froze him, did they remove him from the River of Life?
They did. Like an ice-bound pool that didn't thaw for 80 summers. But now he's free to flow again, to live. And you and I shall flow with him, for we are all but drops of water in the great river of life.
I find that thought oddly reassuring.
Go on.
A drop of water might seem insignificant on its own, but as a part of a torrent, it can cleave a path through the hardest rock. It makes me believe we humans might just stand a chance.
I believe we might. Just one more file to go then.
Nearly done.
Okay, here we go. It's taking us to that spot. I'm guessing there's gonna be a tough enemy here. She did warn us we did not want to go that way. Oh, this dude's glowing. He's gonna give us the item. We might as well find him.
So hold back. Let's go. Run like the wind.
This path leads down to the coast. Usually we keep this gate shut tight, but since this is a special occasion...
1 second. Alright.
Thank the tides the weather held. This place can be treacherous when the waves are high. If it weren't for the holy water, no one would ever come down here.
I'll be sure to watch my step.
Water flows to the sea, then rises into the clouds. Just like life, the end is not the end, only a new beginning.
That's a sweet way of looking at it.
My ancestors chose this place because it was where the first boat landed.
Then it's a good thing they didn't land closer to the surge.
Quite.
The water of the sea.
Ah, I guess no fight.
I still can't help but be awed by it.
Oh? All that wave ever made me feel was pity and sorrow for the innocent life trapped inside it. The child my great-grandfather sacrificed to try to change his people's fate. It was wrong, an unforgivable sin. But I often wonder, will my descendants ever forgive me for what I have done? As tributary, I've faced many difficult choices. And though I've always striven to do what's best for my people, here we live in poverty, hidden away from the world. So have my choices denied them a better life, just as my ancestors denied Walyas his?
No. You would not forcibly sacrifice one of your people to save the others. You do the best you can for all of them, as do I. We share in their woes, just as we share in their joys. And the most we can do is try to bring them more of the latter.
Aye, you're right. And try I shall.
Never actually looked at this stuff here.
To bring all of my people a better tomorrow. Walyas included.
Then I wish you luck. If my time with the boy is any indication, he's going to be quite a handful.
Then we must start as we mean to go on, and give him the very best welcome we can.
I guess it was... She said it was dangerous because of the sea earlier?
To find out if my brother
I thought
has
we were
made
gonna
the
get a fight.
necessary
Guess not.
preparations. Or got his lackeys to do it for him.
We have the holy water. Is everything else in place?
All ready to go. Told you you could count on me.
Then let us begin. Famiel, have your men summon everyone to the Witten Hall.
Right you are.
Shula, wait. I don't know the words.
Don't worry, there aren't many of them. We'll have time enough to practice before people arrive. My friends, we are gathered here today to welcome this child into our community by the rite of immersion, as has been our custom since the first reign. As tributary, I would normally perform the rite with the child's parents, but Walius's mother and father returned to the sea long ago. So I and my brother Famiel shall serve as his family, while the one who returned him to us shall bear witness in my stead. Clive, if you would step forward.
Like the rain that falls on the mountains tall, are we born.
Like the river that flows through the valleys below, do we live.
Like the boundless sea, where the currents run free, do we die, and to the clouds then rise again.
The circle of water is the circle of life. And today, from the heavens falls rain anew. This child, Walius, now joins our stream, and he shall flow with us, from the mountains to the sea. You played your part to a T, Clive. Thank you. It means a lot to us.
I was honored to be asked, and terrified I'd miss.
Now that you're part of the family, young Walyas, my lad. Uncle Famiel can teach you the ways of the world.
Oh no, he can't.
Eh?
Don't be so hasty. Your brother's knack for self-preservation might serve him well.
Ha! You are never going to let me live that down, are you?
I'm gonna raise Walius as if he were my own. Teach him everything I know about life, our people, and our past. But with all the mother crystals gone, he will grow up in a world without comforts. One where we only have ourselves and each other to rely on.
I'd say your people are better prepared than most to survive in such a world, Shula. To thrive, indeed, under your guidance.
Only if nature continues to smile on us. If we were to lose her gifts, we'd be left with nothing at all.
Yes. But it needn't come to that. Not if we can stop the spread of the Blight. So long as we can save a single patch of soil, we can plant the seeds for a new world. One where we can all be free.
Perhaps then we might finally be able to step out from behind our curtain, eh? Till that day comes, I wish you good tide.
Thank you. We should be on our way.
The music.
Well, you be careful out there.
Aye, you steer clear of trouble now.
Likewise.
First Rain Talisman.
To think, we must be the first outsiders to have witnessed that rite in over a century.
Wallius has been waiting for it for nearly as long. He seemed pleased to be finally rejoining the family.
Now all we have to do is save that family. To change our river's course.
I don't think we ever
Yes.
found a ludium, did we? We need 2 pieces. 4, actually. We have everything else. A ludium.
Good tide to you.
Where would we get that? Wait, what the hell is this?
What is this?
Yeah, my question exactly, bro.
Muthos. You plumbed the very abyss, yet still you hunger. We are impressed.
Is that so?
Not again.
What the hell is this? I just saw the question mark and I wasn't expecting this.
Power
is ours, and now it is yours. Consider it a gift from us to you, a taste of things to come.
You still think I'm going to be your vessel?
Is this a new mode?
I'll take your gift then, Ultima. Just don't expect it back.
Ultimate power. Clive has been granted a portion of Ultima's essence. Attuning with Ultima not only neutralizes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spell, but also allows several new divine, such as Voice of God, a punishing attack that sends a concentrated beam of light from the heavens to scorch the very earth. Bro, we unlocked Ultima's power? Ultima's feat Ascension allows Clive to levitate from the ground, transforming his normal square attack into a sweeping assault capable of striking multiple nearby enemies at once. It also enhances his normal range spells into 5-fold volley of holy arrows in addition by pressing X to allow Clive to rise up even further in the air.
You hear me? I will never be yours.
Yo. Holy shit. Dude, this is awesome. What are the powers? What's this? Yo, I think I found a new favorite. So I guess since we have all the... He granted us that as a gift since we collected all dominance? Not dominance, icons? I don't remember them mentioning this back when Rising Tide news came out. I guess it was like a special surprise.
Gifts. Remain all too eager to avail yourself of them. Perhaps you require more time to reflect.
Well, thanks for the powers, bro. Well, I think I found a new favorite mode. I 100% was not expecting that. I thought I was just going to come in here and just see, like, oh, Leviathan was added to the To the Reedstone. Kyrie's Gate is now accessible from the hideaway at Reedstone. Kyrie's Gate is a challenging endgame battle continent in which Clive must delve into various circles of hell to tackle wave after wave of familiar yet ferocious enemies. Ah, okay. This is Bloody Palace. FF16's Bloody Palace. Anything else? Nope, just burnt by. Alright, well usually new icon abilities have an additional ability. So what do we got here? Damn, look at the damage on that. It's 4 stars. Holy shit. Yes, I want to learn that. Oh, the damage and the stun on this. Ultimate Demise. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get that. We're gonna... Oh, damn. Insufficient funds. Oh, 3,500. Damn it. What's the master do? Mastery, oh. To any icon. Oof. Yeah, it was the boss theme. Okay, what's this? Oh. Keep the cascade playing. I really like that OST. All right. New Hope, Clive. I pen you this note from the Witten Hall, beneath the tapestry whose images for so long haunted my dreams. Outside the air rings with Manda's soothing coos, the clangor of Pavat's hammer, and the rumble of his curses, and the whisper of the winds through the Elder's blessings. In short, almost everything is as it was. Everything is as it was before you came here. There's just one difference, the bundle that lies burblingly happily beside me. One tiny difference, yet one that has changed everything. When my ancestors committed their greatest sin, it was not only Wallace who was frozen in time. 48 years we motes of water have been bound by the spell they cast that day. Unable to right their wrongs, unable to move forward, but now like Wallace, we are released. We can live again on our own terms, where every life is equal and all equally cherished. Life is equal and all equally cherished. You brought us this gift, and I have every belief that you will bring it to the world. Believe in yourself as we believe in you, Shula. Thanks for the hopeful note. All right. So that is the end of A Rising Tide. Completed everything. All that would be left of me.
Of course they will. It's just a big crystal.
Hold on. Oops. Oh yes. Would be
How hard could it be?
the end of the game. But we already did that. But I think I'll do it again. Obviously off recording here by myself because I want to use Ultima's new abilities. But that's so cool that we get the power of Ultima for completing everything. That was completely unexpected and super cool final gift. And I will definitely be using that in Final Fantasy mode when I re-tackle playing through this game again. It kind of sucks that, you know, Leviathan doesn't necessarily change the ending. But I will say, Shula, I very much enjoyed this new character. It was cool that it turned out, oh shit, what was his name? Famil? I already forgot his name, but the quirky character from the first DLC was actually her brother, so that was cool to find out. But yeah, I really enjoyed Shula and what she brought to the team, and I love the overall aesthetic and atmosphere of the Rising Tide DLC. It was a breath of fresh air from like all this darkness and despair. It was kind of like its own pocket out of this world, and I'd have to say that this DLC I think would work better I think it would even stand out even more if you're playing this game for like the first time and you complete the mission requirements necessary to play it. I don't remember what mission was necessary to feel, but this feels perfect where it's at, like before obviously fighting the final boss. And I like how they explain what happened to the dominant of Leviathan, and I thought that story was kind of really good. It was not what I expected. I didn't expect the dominant to be a baby trapped in time, but yeah, that was a surprise. But I very much enjoyed it, and Leviathan, that fight did not disappoint. That entire encounter from beginning to end, the lead up to Leviathan was epic, and the fight itself was actually pretty difficult. Like, especially that part where you had the time before he nuked everybody with a tsunami. That part was pretty tough for me, and then the second phase after that followed up, and that was also tough. But yeah, the fight definitely lived up to. Actually, it surpassed expectations. Like, I was kind of expecting to blow through it at the rate at which I was, but I'm glad that they took into consideration that people would probably be pretty powerful by now. And that's how I felt by a lot of the enemies, even the side, like, little mini bosses. They weren't necessarily super hard in comparison to Leviathan, but they were still somewhat of a challenge, which I appreciate. And I like how they incorporated new items for you to get. As you saw, there were some legendary pieces that I couldn't get here towards the end, but I'm probably going to go back before I do the end of the game again and try and get that before I go into the battle, because why not? Better gear, better stats, you know? Yeah, but overall, I very much enjoyed the story of the DLC. Again, I liked how they explained why Leviathan isn't really necessary for the completion of the game. Leviathan was sort of a special situation for Ultima, as well as just the story in general, because of the position that the dominant was in. Obviously, it's a baby, so they explained that Leviathan is not necessary for the completion of the finale. It's more of like, as Joshua would put it, a surplus of power. more than we needed, but I still find it a little disappointing that, you know, it didn't alter the ending at all in any way. Maybe changed a few things, not necessarily change the ending itself of what happens to certain characters and the main protagonist here, Clive, but, you know, some additional scenes, maybe some slight changes, you know, to make the DLC seem like it's intertwined into the story more. But again, they did explain why Leviathan isn't really a part of the ending, and it was, you know, it was enough for me. I buy it. Yeah, so overall, I very much enjoyed this DLC. It did not disappoint. While the first DLC was more focused on the combat and that insane fight with Ultima Weapon, not Ultima Weapon, Omega Weapon, and this DLC was more story focused, but they still presented you with a challenge from Leviathan, which was great, and some of the little mini bosses were as well, like I said, somewhat challenging. But oh, also the music for the DLC did not, like, they did not hold back. This theme that we're hearing, we didn't hear it. It's a trailer. I don't think it actually was used a lot in the base game, if not used at all. I think it was only ever used in that trailer, and this is like its return, but it's a bit of a remix for the Rising Tide. It's not one-to-one from the trailer, but I actually think this version's even like more epic. Yeah, but with that being said, my final conclusions was I definitely recommend playing the DLC. If you loved Final Fantasy 16 and its story, the Rising Tide DLC it's just more of that, you know? It's just more lore, more story. If you enjoy the way the story's written and the things they do with the characters, you're going to enjoy it, because they take that in here and they do the same justices. Even with the side quests were pretty good too. And yeah, if you love the story of Final Fantasy 16, you get more here, and you get the final icon. You get the story of the final icon. You get to fight the final icon, Leviathan, that was missing from the base game, which is perfect. And if you're playing this for the first time and you go straight into this DLC, then do the ending, because I'm doing this post-ending. I've already experienced the ending, but I bet this would make the ending hit just a little bit more harder. Not that it didn't. It was great. Like, it was definitely an emotional ending. It emotionally hit me for sure. But I just feel like just getting to experience the whole package together is just something special. I think I'm not going to do Final Fantasy mode right away, because I have some other things I'm playing right now. But when I finally do get to come back and tackle the story over again in Final Fantasy mode, I think it'll be awesome just to experience Rising Tide and then do the Ultima final boss and stuff. But again, I think it would help if it had something additional added to it with the existence of Leviathan's power. But again, from what I heard, it doesn't. Yeah, but I recommend it. I thought the DLC was great. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Can't wait to mess around with Ultima's power that he gave us. So there also, that's a thing that you get if you do everything. You get Ultima's icon abilities. Well, he's not really an icon, but you get his abilities like an icon, and you get to do some stuff that looks pretty powerful. So yeah. But with that being said, I thank you for joining me on this FF16 journey. This is the last piece of content we'll get for FF16, and the final story content we'll get. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. With that being said, I will catch you guys in the next part.